Seniors who prefer being alone have this surprising mental advantage scientists just discovered. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self, May Sarton. In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. Albert Camus. Welcome to Golden Years Wisdom Channel, where we share insights to enrich your journey through life's most precious season. Today, we explore how embracing solitude becomes one of life's greatest gifts as we age. If you find value in our messages, please subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly wisdom. Your support helps us continue creating content that inspires and uplifts our community of golden-aged souls. Now, let us discover why finding peace in your own company may be the most profound wisdom you will ever acquire. The sacred value of peace. Finding tranquility in a noisy world. After decades of tending to others' needs and juggling life's endless demands, discovering the precious gift of peace becomes one of aging's most beautiful revelations. Like Martha, who at 73 traded her packed social calendar for peaceful mornings tending her garden and quiet evenings with a good book, you too may find that stillness speaks volumes more than noise ever could. The constant distractions that once seemed essential now reveal themselves as mere interference in your connection with what truly matters. Your journey has taught you that peace isn't merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of something far more valuable: contentment with oneself and one's place in the world. When you choose solitude over obligatory socializing, you're not withdrawing from life, but rather engaging with it on deeper, more meaningful terms. This wisdom allows you to filter out life's static and tune into the frequency of your own heart, where true fulfillment has been waiting all along. Self-knowledge, the ultimate companion. Coming home to yourself at last. Throughout your earlier years, you may have spent considerable energy shaping yourself to fit others' expectations, a constant chameleon adapting to each new environment and relationship. Now, in life's golden afternoon, you've finally earned the privilege of simply being yourself, unconcerned with the opinions that once seemed so crucial to your sense of worth. Like Thomas, who at 82 smiles when neighbors call him eccentric for his daily poetry writing habit, you understand that self-acceptance is freedom's truest form. The comfort you feel in solitude speaks volumes about the relationship you have cultivated with yourself, perhaps the most important relationship of all. Where once you might have filled silence with any available noise, you now recognize quiet moments as opportunities for reflection and self-discovery. This profound self-awareness doesn't isolate you from others, but rather allows you to bring your authentic self to every interaction, enriching both your life and the lives of those fortunate enough to know the real you. The art of meaningful connection. Quality companionship over social obligation. As the seasons of your life have changed, so too has your understanding of what constitutes true connection with others. Where once your social calendar might have been filled with obligatory gatherings and superficial exchanges, now you recognize the incomparable value of time spent with those who truly see and appreciate you. Like Eleanor, 78, who maintains deep friendships with just 4 people while politely declining invitations that once would have filled her with anxiety. To refuse, you have learned that meaningful conversation with one kindred spirit nourishes the soul far more than hours of small talk ever could. The wisdom of your years has taught you that relationships aren't to be measured in quantity, but in depth, in the silent understanding that passes between old friends, in the comfort of being fully known and loved anyway. When you choose solitude over shallow socializing, you're not rejecting human connection, but honoring it by reserving your precious energy for exchanges that matter. This discernment isn't selfishness, but self-respect, and it creates space for relationships that bring genuine joy rather than mere distraction. The lifelong student's journey, learning without limits or timelines. One of life's most liberating revelations is discovering that education doesn't end with formal schooling, but continues as a joyful, self-directed adventure throughout your golden years. Like James, who at 86 taught himself to play the cello, filling his apartment with sometimes imperfect, but always heartfelt music, you understand that learning keeps the mind supple and the spirit young. These quiet pursuits, whether reading philosophy, mastering watercolors, or finally learning that language you have always admired, aren't merely hobbies but pathways to continued growth and purpose. The solitude you've come to appreciate provides the perfect environment for deep learning, free from external pressure or arbitrary timelines. As you engage with new ideas and skills, you experience the unique satisfaction that comes from pursuing knowledge purely for its own sake. This internal motivation, this curiosity that refuses to dim with age, keeps your mind active and your days rich with discovery, proving that the most exciting intellectual journeys often begin precisely when others assume they should end. The emotional wisdom of stillness, finding comfort in your own thoughts. Perhaps the most profound indication of your hard-won wisdom is your ability to sit comfortably with your own thoughts and emotions, neither running from difficult memories nor grasping desperately at pleasant ones. Like Sophia, who at 75 spends her mornings in meditation, you've learned that feelings, like weather patterns, can be observed with calm acceptance rather than resistance. This emotional equilibrium didn't come easily. It represents years of internal work and the gradual realization that avoiding uncomfortable truths only gives them greater power. Your comfort with solitude reflects a rare emotional maturity that allows you to face life's joys and sorrows with equal grace. Where many spend their entire lives distracting themselves from inner discomfort, you've developed the courage to sit with uncertainty, regret, and even grief, transforming these experiences into wisdom rather than wounds. This capacity for emotional self-regulation brings a serenity that no external circumstances can easily disturb, a hard-earned peace that radiates from within. The spiritual dimension of alone time connecting with something greater. The solitude you've embraced often opens doorways to spiritual dimensions that remained hidden during your busier years, when practical concerns demanded constant attention. Like Raymond, who at 92 rises before dawn each day to watch the sunrise with a sense of reverence that transcends any formal religion, you've discovered that quiet moments alone can become sacred encounters. Without the noise of constant activity, you can finally hear the subtle whispers of wisdom that have always been present but were previously drowned out. This spiritual dimension of solitude isn't necessarily religious in the traditional sense, though it certainly can be for many. Rather, it's about connecting with something larger than yourself, whether that's nature, art, memories, or a sense of the divine. These contemplative moments bring perspective to life's challenges and depth to its joys, reminding you that while your individual story is important, it's also part of something infinitely greater. This awareness doesn't diminish your significance, but rather enriches it, placing your experiences within a meaningful context. Creating your legacy in silence, shaping your final chapters with intention, the solitude you now cherish provides essential space for reflecting on the legacy you wish to leave, not just material possessions, but the values, stories, and wisdom accumulated through decades of living. Like Margaret, who at 84 spends her afternoons writing letters to her grandchildren to be opened years after she is gone, you understand that your final chapters deserve to be written with the same care and intention as earlier ones. These quiet hours of reflection allow you to distill life's most important lessons into a legacy that will continue to nurture future generations. Far from representing withdrawal from life, your solitary reflections demonstrate profound engagement with what matters most. As you consider the mark you will leave on those you love and the world you will eventually leave behind, you're participating in one of life's most meaningful tasks. This contemplative work, deciding what stories to preserve, what values to emphasize, what wisdom to pass on, transforms ordinary moments alone into sacred opportunities for creating meaning that transcends your own lifetime. Embracing the present moment, finding joy in life's simplest pleasures. Perhaps the most beautiful wisdom that comes with embracing solitude is the heightened appreciation for life's simple, often overlooked pleasures, the changing light through your window, the comfort of familiar routines, the taste of morning coffee savored without rush. Like William, who at 88 spends hours watching birds at his feeder with the delighted focus of a child, you've rediscovered the art of being fully present with whatever the moment offers. This ability to find joy in ordinary experiences transforms everyday life into something extraordinary. Your comfort with solitude has taught you that happiness isn't found in constant excitement or novel experiences, but in deep appreciation for what already is. The quiet contentment you feel watching rainfall or tending houseplants isn't diminished pleasure, but elevated awareness, the fruit of a lifetime learning what truly matters. By embracing these peaceful solitary moments rather than filling every hour with activity, you practice the profound art of living well, demonstrating that a life rich in awareness offers rewards that no amount of constant stimulation can provide. Conclusion: the wisdom you have gained through embracing solitude represents one of life's most precious gifts, the ability to be completely at peace in your own company. This isn't isolation, but liberation, freedom from the need for constant external validation or distraction. When you can sit in quiet contentment, simply being rather than constantly doing, you demonstrate a profound understanding of life that many never achieve. We at Golden Years Wisdom Channel would love to hear how solitude has enriched your life. What personal discoveries have you made in your quiet moments? How has your relationship with solitude changed as you've grown older? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear today. Remember, by sharing our stories, we create a community of support that transcends physical distance. Until next time, may you find richness in your solitude and peace in your heart. I have never found a companion that was so companionable as solitude. Henry David Thoreau. The best thinking has been done in solitude. The worst has been done in turmoil. Thomas Edison.